last time I toured the tiny house, you guys had so many questions. So I contacted them and they invited me back a second time. I asked them the questions that you gave me, and this is their answers. Make sure you stay tuned to the end because I'm going to take you back for a second look at that house.
We're going to answer a few questions about this particular model and the things that are in it and the size of it. So this camper is a 12.5 by 35.5 camper. It's considered a park model. It also has real wood cabinets. A lot of people thought that these cabinets may not be the real thing, but these are a real wood cabinet. The countertops are a Formica top. I could have probably went with a granite, but for me on this particular model, this is going to be in a campground. At some point you gotta end the spending on something like this. This one has a central heat and air system in it. It's got one in the great room, one in the bedroom. It's got a thermostat on it, so it will be a central heat and air system in the house. This one also has stainless steel appliances. The standard comes with black or white appliances, but for the money difference, to me, the stainless steel was worth it. This one also has a tongue and groove sealant on it. That's an upgrade. When people start to think about what they're going to put into their tiny house or into a park model that they're going to use, I think it depends on if it's a full-time living or part-time living. Change the way they're doing it. The level in this house is like 392 square feet. The upstairs is another 140 roughly. So, you're somewhere around, at that point, around 520, 530 square footage. This one does have some things in it that some people would say that are more like a trailer, but there again, like the walls of this one are more of a paneling. But for me to add the tongue and groove or to have went to a sheetrock would have added there again more cost. So everyone has to decide what they want to put their money into and how much money they want to put into something like this. This does meet an RV code, so it can actually go in a campground. It can go in areas that a tiny house cannot. Tiny houses do not meet a code. This one also has a fiber cement siding on the outside. It took quite a bit to side this thing. It took the guys 5 days. There's like 31 windows on this house. So a person could have started off with a vinyl siding or even an LP Smart siding, would have been a little bit less money, but this one has fiber cement board and batten, cedar shake, and lap siding. So 3 types of sidings on the outside, plus the trim, painted 3 different colors. So that added quite a bit of cost, but it'll make the house a little bit more unique. The bathroom has a full working elongated toilet and a full shower. It's tall, I'm 6'2", and I can fit in the shower. So this one right here, also another question I think is the windows. If this thing was to burn, how would people get out? Both lofts have what's called an egress window, which means it's large enough for someone my size to get out of. And the bedroom has an egress window as well, and then it has an egress window in the front room. So then you've got your door as well. So there's 4 exit points of this camper if it was ever to catch on fire, if someone was caught in it. As far as the price points go, this model, if you were to do this one, you're talking about a price point that starts off with vinyl siding, the cabinetry, the flooring, the countertops, everything in this house is pretty much their standard. The upgrades in this one, in particular, are the fiber cement, the mini splits, the tankless hot water heater, the tongue and groove ceilings, the stainless steel appliances. Okay, but if you took those 5 options off and went with vinyl, this one will start off in the low 40s. If you do it the way this one's done with all the upgrades, it does take you up into the low 60s. So that's your price point of the customize this one. You can do some customization. As a matter of fact, the company is starting to think a little bit more outside the box with the tiny movement going on, and one of the things we discussed, if this one, if we were to sell this one and not use this one, is actually putting a washer and dryer beside the refrigerator. There's actually a full-size pantry. The kitchen's pretty large to begin with, so we move that refrigerator down maybe 6 or 8 inches, there would be plenty enough room for a stackable washer and dryer versus just one of those washer dryer combos, which I've known several people to have, and they don't work that well at all. So I think everyone has to look at their options and think about what they want to put and how much money you want to put into the project. This one, like I said, with all the options it has, takes it up to around $62,000. You start adding sheetrock, you start adding granite tops, you start adding more things, it just goes up, 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 up. And so everyone has to make that decision for themselves. For me, these were the upgrades I wanted. I hope that answers everyone's questions about this particular model. If you have more information, it'll be linked below in the video, and please contact me anytime.